Hello and welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. Today we're thinking about Proverbs chapter 11 verses 12 and 13. And here's what those verses say. It is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. A gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. Once again, like so many times before, we see that these verses focus on what comes out of our mouths. The first part says, it is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. We might decide to be like the expert in the religious law in the 10th chapter of the book of Luke, who asks Jesus, who is my neighbor, when he is maybe trying to narrow down the scope of who Jesus means when he says, love your neighbor. But then we remember that Jesus answered that question with the parable of the Good Samaritan. And we know that basically all human beings are my neighbor. And then there goes all of our wiggle room. Who are we foolish to belittle? All other human beings. Man, that is convicting, isn't it? I mean, it's mostly not too hard for me to resist talking smack about my physical neighbors who live on my block. They're all pretty harmless people, although I will admit some places I've lived, there has been at least one neighbor who made life choices that made it hard for me not to belittle them. But in this media-saturated world, don't we see things and hear things all day, every day, that just beg us to belittle others? Breaking news stories, viral videos. People do stupid stuff every day, all day long, on tape. And this scripture tells us not to belittle other human beings. Okay. At least we have the mercy that it goes on to say that a sensible person keeps quiet, rather than saying that a sensible person says a lot of nice things. Keeping quiet is for sure a bit easier. Still, I don't know about you, but this one convicts me really hard. Then the second part says, a gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. Scripture is always super clear that gossip is bad. There are no gray areas about gossip. But what I like about this verse is that it clarifies a really solid truth, and that is that a gossip is not a trustworthy person. If someone is gossiping to you, they are just as likely to gossip about you. It's just about who's in the room with them at the time. And it's not good enough to keep someone's secret, but to just, I'm only telling people who can be trusted with this secret. That's a slippery slope, because maybe the person that you're telling it to is only telling the people they think can be trusted with the secret. And then those people are only telling the people they think can be trusted with the secret. And so on until who knows how many people know a thing that was said to you in confidence and trust that you would not repeat it. So these are both great reminders for us of the importance of what we do with our mouths, of what comes out of our mouths. Let's do the 3 verses quickly to start getting them into our heads. Are you ready? It is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. A gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. And again, it is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. A gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. And one more time. It is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. A gossip goes around telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. That's all for now. I will see you next time, wise ones.